Hey guys, Sprite here. This time I'm going to talk about other things that are kind of off the topic of anime, but obviously anime will always be featured on my channel at some point in every discussion video I make. I think it's nice to change things up every now and again. I know that's not what a lot of you guys come here for, but to be honest, I get bored of talking about anime all the time. If you don't like that, then just unsubscribe, because I'd rather have you unsubscribe than be an inactive subscriber. So, as for the lack of uploads again, I've been working very hard on my guitar playing, so a lot of my time has been practicing scales and stuff like that, as well as college being a bit barren on me as of late. Hope you guys understand, so let's get right into this. So the first topic will be about the game Yandere Simulator. Now, if you guys don't know what Yandere Simulator is, there's plenty of vids on YouTube about the game, but to sum the game up, it's a small sandbox type game where you basically play as a yandere, where you can brutally murder or torture anyone that you don't like in the name of love. Well, apparently it was so bad that the streaming service Twitch wanted to step in. The game's dev, Yandere Dev, has announced that the game is blacklisted and streaming the game could get your Twitch accounts suspended. I don't use Twitch at all, so it's not really affecting me. I just thought this topic would be interesting to talk about because I know a lot of people that are subscribed to my channel are gamers too. Honestly, Twitch are taking things a little too far with this blacklist thing. I mean, I really don't see the uproar about violent video games. Yes, it's pretty evident you can do some pretty fucked up shit in the game, but there's games that are far more sadistic and violent than Yandere Simulator, or Yandere, is it called Yandere? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Either way, it sucks for anyone wanting to stream the game. Next, I want to talk about something I was thinking about the other day. I realised just how different newer anime are from older ones. It just came as a real surprise to me, because one thing that stood out the most about newer anime to older anime is the structure. What I mean by that is specifically the way older anime are written. Lately I've been revisiting these older shows, and even though they are actually comedic, they tend to go down a more drama orientated route. Now, there's really not many differences in today's anime apart from the odd bloomer, which is pretty depressing in a way. Romance anime in particular seem to feel a lot more light-hearted than the old ones in general. Once again, this is just in general, so it's not going to account for every single romance series. Whether it's because I'm so used to today's anime that I'm getting tired of it, or that I generally do feel like older anime are written a lot better than newer anime. So yeah, I can say that I really miss the old structure of old anime shows. Let me know if you guys notice something similar or if you disagree completely. Now, this is where my motivational talk comes in, which will most likely bore the fuck out of you, so if you don't want to hear me talk about myself and motivation for a little bit, I advise you to click off this video right now. Me talking about motivation might seem a bit ironic to some of you, considering the fact my upload schedule is more out of place than Snow White with her 7 dwarves, but I'll be honest, you don't want to be like me in that way. I admit, I'm a lazy bastard, but I will slowly but surely be getting into the swing of things, getting those videos out more often. For the people that are staying, I want to address a lot of things for you upcoming and aspiring YouTubers, or basically anyone who is really passionate about something. Now, I'm sure you have YouTubers that you look up to and aspire to be like. That's just a human race. We like to learn from others and incorporate what we have learned in our own style. Some of the YouTubers I look up to don't even make the same type of videos as me, but I really like their own unique way of making content. I Hate Everything, Grade A Under A, Alpha Mega Sin are some of the best YouTubers on this site in my opinion. A lot of people say, you know, be original, but it's very easy for them to say that. What they don't understand is most, if not every possible idea you've ever thought about for a video has been done before by someone else much bigger than you. The early adopters of YouTube were lucky because they were some of the first people to ever be on the site, some of the first people to use real HD capture cards for gaming videos, etc. Because of that, they were able to shoot their way to the top. But nowadays, it's so much harder to get that traction. Why is that? Because there's so many more channels doing the exact same thing. It's common sense. When the supply is more than the demand, people will just stick to the channels that they are already subbed to. I bet you're subbed to multiple different channels that make kind of the same content in nature, but I bet you watch one of those YouTubers more frequently than the rest. I want to tell you guys a story. This channel was never actually my main channel. I used to have a gaming news channel before this one, but things just weren't working out for me. I knew my videos kind of sucked, even if I was getting a decent amount of positive comments, and I think people could really tell I was trying to run a channel that just wasn't for me. It sort of felt like a chore, and that's just not good. You might be asking, like, why did you do news videos then, you daft cunt? Well, I thought that was what I wanted, but in the end, I never liked it. I just made up this quote about 10 minutes ago, but it's something I found out. Sometimes the first solution is not always the best solution, and in my case that couldn't be more true. My gaming channel was a disaster. I just felt like quitting and it made me really frustrated. So I decided to leave gaming behind and start an anime channel, which I knew I was passionate about from the start. Not only that, but I knew that the search ranking would be more in my favour because in the anime community there's just a lot less people making anime videos on YouTube. So it just felt like common sense. One of the best decisions I ever made. Although my channel didn't start growing until months after posting videos, albeit my channel isn't huge or anything, but I feel like I've accomplished something not a lot of people have, and for me, I'm extremely proud of that. So the point is, don't get discouraged if your videos are still on 20 views or even 1 view. I was in the exact same position as you. Building a YouTube audience takes so much time, hard work and dedication, and all I can say is, if you really want this, if you really want a successful channel, you have to be willing to maybe miss that Saturday night out with your friends and instead use that time to edit and upload your video. And obviously I can't really talk much in that case because I'm spending more time doing other hobbies than paying attention to you guys, which obviously I need to fix because I feel like the content is slowing down recently and I really need to get back on my game. But that's something I personally aspire for. It's a goal I aspire to get. So that's obviously my issue. You guys are going to have different issues. Maybe you want a higher production value in your videos, or maybe you just want to change your attitude a little bit and maybe be a bit more fun, or maybe you just want to find your unique personality and not try and act like other YouTubers, because that's what I find so often. People try and act like they're someone else when it's just not them, and people will tell it's not you. You're not your unique self. You have to really, tune into yourself, just like you would tune a guitar, You have a responsibility for this. Just have some self-discipline if you're ever going to get anywhere. But it's not just about shoveling anything out there and hoping it sticks. You need to have something actually worth watching. Don't ever get me started on those reaction videos. I pretty much despise reaction videos. It's one of those huge things at the moment because it takes really literally no creativity whatsoever. I'm not saying my videos take a lot of creativity because they don't take that much creativity. It's just repetitive tasks that you have to do over and over again. Sure, there's actually some good reaction channels, but they're few and far between. Considering the bullshit Fine Brothers pulled recently, it seems to be getting worse, and I'm calling out the Fine Brothers on this and saying I don't buy their bullshit scheme, because it ultimately means they get money for reaction videos that aren't even anything to do with them. Okay, I'm slightly going off topic now, so I'm going to go back on topic. In summary, if you're really passionate about something, be it anything, be willing to put the work in, and I promise you, if you're doing things right, you'll see results. Take it from me, who was in your position. I was that guy with the 10 views and 500 total channel views, and so much has changed since then, and I can't stress enough to just be yourself. If comedy is not your thing, then just stop acting like a comedian, because it's just not going to work. Maybe being funny is just not you, your unique personality. A lot of people seem to think it takes no time at all to make YouTube videos, but that really depends on the type of video. In my case, that's not really true at all. Finding suitable images, writing the script, creating the labels, editing the video, rendering the video, and finally uploading the video all take a considerable amount of time. All of my top 10 videos take around 6 to 7 hours to make, sometimes even more. Depends if I'm struggling with the script or if I fucking misread my lines or I just fuck up in some way. But obviously this type of video doesn't take that long, but you get my point. I worked this out from the harem video I recently made. So you can see what I mean when I say you have to really have the willpower to push on. So I leave you aspiring YouTubers with a question. Is being a YouTuber seriously something you want? If you're sat there thinking you don't like the idea of putting that much effort into a video, then I'm afraid YouTube is probably not for you. So that's it from me, guys. I appreciate you guys who watched all the way to the end. I know this is quite a long, boring video, so there you go. There's some of my tips anyway. I might make another kind of in-depth video if you guys want, a proper in-depth one, not just one that's really vague and just kind of explains some points but just doesn't go into enough detail. So that's it from me, guys. Take care and have a good one.